Are you looking for the best Sony cameras in 2026? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best cameras on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Sony Alpha 7 IV. The Sony Alpha 7 IV isn't just the best Sony Alpha camera we've tested, it's one of the best cameras we've tested, period. This enthusiast-oriented hybrid camera features a 33-megapixel sensor with plenty of dynamic range and boasts one of the best autofocus systems of its class. That makes it a great fit for faster subjects, with respectably quick burst shooting, although it slows down considerably if you shoot uncompressed RAW files. That aside, the Alpha 7 IV is also a video powerhouse, with 4K recording at 60 frames per second, albeit with a crop, no recording time limits, and internal 10-bit 4:2:2 color depth to capture everything from cinematic footage to slow-motion action. Aside from being well-suited to a wide range of photo and video styles, the camera is also built to last, with a sturdy weather-sealed body, a fully articulated touchscreen, and a high-resolution electronic viewfinder (EVF) that gives you a crisp view of your subject, not to mention dual memory card slots, one of which supports faster CF Express cards, and all the ports you need for video peripherals. All that hardware and processing power comes at the expense of portability, but if you're looking for a fantastic all-arounder, this is the Sony camera to get. At number 2. Sony Alpha 7C II. If the Sony Alpha 7 IV sounds like everything you've ever dreamed of in a camera, except you prefer a more compact camera body, then the Sony Alpha 7C II is just for you. Sony's compact full-frame model is like a condensed version of the regular Alpha 7. The Alpha 7C II uses the exact same 33-megapixel sensor as the Alpha 7 IV but with a body that's closer in size to APS-C models like the Sony Alpha 6700 below. That's no small feat, especially since it still comes with in-body image stabilization (IBIS) and EVF, and a fully articulated screen. Of course, that compact size comes with some trade-offs. The aforementioned EVF is uncomfortably small compared to the one on the Alpha 7 IV, and the Alpha 7C II is just a single SD card slot, which may be a deal-breaker for some. But on the upside, it features a new AI-powered processing unit that further improves the camera's autofocus and subject detection capabilities. Ultimately, this is the best Sony camera for photography if you want something more portable. At number 3. Sony Alpha 6700. If the Sony Alpha 7 IV is out of your price range, stepping down to the Sony Alpha 6700 is a great way to save a bit of money. This APS-C hybrid camera is one of the most capable mid-range models and one of the most well-rounded crop sensor models on the market. It significantly improves upon the older Alpha 6X00 series models, more on those below, with a new higher resolution sensor, more processing power, and impressive video features, like 4K video at up to 120 frames per second and internal 10-bit log recording. In addition, the camera features an effective IBIS system and Sony's most sophisticated autofocus yet, with AI-driven subject detection and tracking. It's the same system found on the Sony Alpha 7C II, mentioned above, and the Sony ZV-E1, mentioned below, and one of the best AF systems on the market, ensuring you'll rarely miss focus even with faster subjects. All in all, this is one of the best Sony mirrorless cameras in its class. At number 4. Sony Alpha 6400. If you want to save even more money, the older APS-C Alpha lineup is a great middle ground option for those who still want a versatile entry-level camera but don't have the budget for a Sony Alpha 6700. The Sony Alpha 6400 is the true middle-of-the-road option, sitting between the pricier Sony Alpha 6600 and the more beginner-oriented Sony Alpha 6100. The Alpha 6400 doesn't have built-in image stabilization like the Alpha 6600, but it has a higher resolution viewfinder and sturdier body than the Alpha 6100, offering a good balance of features and price. These cameras have begun to show their age, with more dated video features than the Alpha 6700 above. However, you can still get amazing photos out of them, especially when paired with high-quality lenses. They're also still perfectly suitable for more casual video work and vlogging, on top of being quite portable. So, despite an outdated menu system and lackluster ergonomics, the Alpha 6400 still holds its own in an evolving camera market. At number 5. Sony ZV-E10. The Sony ZV-E10 is the best budget model in Sony's camera lineup. While it's designed with vloggers in mind, it's an excellent value camera that works well for photography, too, as long as you don't mind giving up a viewfinder. It uses a similar sensor to the Sony Alpha 6400 above and adds a fully articulated screen that makes it easier to monitor yourself while recording or taking selfies. Other additions include a better internal microphone and a headphone jack. While it's geared toward video, it's just as capable in the photo department as its Alpha siblings. It has great overall image quality and quick burst shooting, and its battery life is also excellent. The autofocus is less reliable here than on higher-end Sony cameras, but it's still very effective overall. Ultimately, if you can live without a viewfinder, this is a great budget option that's well suited to both vloggers and beginner photographers. At number 6. Sony ZV-E1. The Sony ZV-E1 is basically a one-stop shop for vloggers and content creators. While other brands have started to branch out into producing vlog-centric cameras, Sony is the first to release a dedicated vlogging camera with a full-frame sensor. Although it comes with a price tag to match, this camera is made to appeal to the lone wolf YouTuber, with useful AI-enabled framing and autofocus assistance features that are great for single-camera operators. Beyond that, it borrows its sensor from the high-end Sony Alpha 7S III and performs incredibly well in low light. It also features IBIS, a solid internal directional mic, internal 10-bit 4:2:2 recording, and a wealth of picture profiles and codecs. It's the best Sony camera for video if you're looking for a compact vlogging workhorse. If you aren't looking to make a career on YouTube, however, the Sony ZV-E10 II, the follow-up to our budget pick above, is a great cheaper alternative. It uses a smaller APS-C sensor that isn't as well suited to low-light situations, and it has more limited frame rate options, but it's a very capable video camera for the price. At number 7. Sony RX100 VII. Though smartphones have become the ultimate pocket cameras, there's something special about a dedicated point-and-shoot camera, and Sony's RX100 series continues to keep the premium compact camera alive. The latest model, the Sony RX100 VII, is a highly portable camera with a built-in zoom lens, making it an ideal travel camera. Its 24 to 200 mm full-frame equivalent focal length range is versatile for everything from wide-angle shots to close-ups of faraway subjects. Extra features like a pop-up viewfinder and flash are also nice additions. While image quality doesn't compare with larger sensor cameras, it uses a 1-inch stack sensor that's larger than most compact cameras, resulting in great image quality for its class. Its autofocus system is also very effective, so you don't have to worry about missing focus with faster subjects. If you don't mind losing out on the viewfinder in some zoom range, the vlogging-oriented Sony ZV-E1 II is a cheaper alternative with a similar 1-inch sensor and the same AF system. Both cameras struggle with battery performance, but point-and-shoots like these are excellent options if you need something pocketable.